Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Today I'm here to bring you an anime review on Arslan Senki, or the heroic legend of Arslan. So, with this episode, first thing, right off the bat, gotta talk about it because it happened at the beginning of the episode and it rustled my jimmies. It straight up just rustled my fucking jimmies so damn hard. I've been saying this for the past fucking couple episodes, but Arslan, you keep damn doing this shit to me. Okay, so right at the beginning, the priest, the archpriest or art priest, whatever the fuck, the asshole demon priest. He's like, we need to sacrifice the heretics, like 10,000 heretics. We need to make an example. We need to sacrifice the heretics. This dude is fucking retarded. He straight up is retarded. Like, he is fucking retarded. Just, who? Okay, let's chill. Let's just chill and think about this, okay? This archpriest, okay, this demon priest, does he not realize what would happen, okay, if you were to kill 1,000 to 10,000 people and call them heretics and label them as heretics? Does he not realize what would happen? Of course, he realized in this episode after it was explained to him, a rebellion. But he needs to realize, if you look at past history, forcibly controlling a nation through terror does not work. The people, as the leaders, will be assassinated or killed, or something bad will happen to them. And this dude is straight up retarded. Like, he doesn't even realize that saying you have 300,000 men is going to save your ass. It's not. All it takes is one skillful person to sneak into where you live and screw you over. That dude needs to know that. This dude seriously needs to go see a psychiatrist or something. He needs to get his brain checked out. Like, if it was modern days, that dude would be sent into asylum. He would. He straight up would, the way he acts. The dude is just cringy as hell. He's just cringy. He's so damn cringy. Every time I see that dude on screen, I just cringe because the way he acts. I do. So, past that point, let's move on. So, the main focus of the episode, besides that, Arslan once again showing very good qualities as a king, and a person that's able to understand his people and actually be in their shoes. Here's the thing. I've said it quite a few times throughout my journey of reviewing different anime series. I've said the only way to understand someone is by being in their shoes. I've said it quite a few times. And that is the truth. It's straight up the truth. It's the honest God truth. You cannot understand someone's situation unless you've been in it yourself. And so, Arslan, we come to find out some characterization. When he was very little, he lived as kind of like a standard town boy. Like, you know, a regular peasant boy. That's how he lived. And we come to find out why he is like he is when it comes to him being a prince. Like, why he acts like he does to people around him, like townfolk and his people of the kingdom. Like, why he treats them like he does. We come to find out why he does that. And it's really shocking when you see that. I did not expect that type of characterization. It explains how he is, like, you know, why he is like he is, but it also goes along with the suspicion and foreshadowing of last week's episode. Remember what Narcissus and Dardoon said about the prince? Is he really the child of the previous king? Because you remember them saying that in last week's episode? I do. So that's probably some more foreshadowing towards that with the characterization and backstory of Arslan. But Arslan, though, I really like him. I really like him as a character. I really do. He's turning and shaping up to be a very great MC of this series. Because episode by episode, we're seeing different trials and tribulations that Arslan's having to go through. And he's able to learn from these experiences and grow better and stronger as a king. Especially with this episode. I mean, usually when it comes to people that are high up in 40, like nobles and stuff, if they saw like a peasant boy that was protecting them, for instance, you know what happened in this episode, say like, run, leave me, you know, his horse got shot down and you're running on your horse like the prince is, usually the prince would just look back and then just run away, just fuck the dude. That's how usually nobles would be. And so we got to see the courage of how the king is, and how, or the future king is, and how he acts towards his fellow people. He's willing to look at them as if they're friends, not as if they're his servants. And that just shows great qualities as a king. So Arslan, once again, proving he is a great character to be able to do something like that and save his life. Big question I have, though, if I think about it with this episode of Arslan, the priestess was fighting with Dardian. Dardian was fighting with the priestess against, the son, Akarlan. And then you had it to where Give was also with Arslan. And the peasant boy was also with Arslan. So then, where was Narcissus? Where was Narcissus in this episode? See, that's a big question I have right now, because I got to the end of the episode, and I started thinking, like, Narcissus disappeared as well. Like, he straight up disappeared. Like, he's gone, if I think about it. He doesn't make a reappearance after they travel through the forest. He just disappears. So where is Narcissus? So, questions. Did he die? Is he fine? What's he doing? Curious. Oh yeah, Give. He has a lot of development in this episode. Like, he has a little bit of development, or I guess, a little bit more characterization, I guess. He throws away his bag of money for Arslan. Whoa, I did not expect him, of all people, to do something like that. And he's a really cool character. I liked his design. I just thought eventually he was going to turn against Arslan and try to run away. I thought something like that was going to happen eventually. I expected him to do that in this episode. I really expected Give to actually do that. But he did not. So I'm liking Give a lot right now as a character, just to see him do something like that for the prince. I think what really made him decide to save the prince, though, which is very obvious if you think about it, it's because the prince decided to turn around after he already had the advantage and he could have escaped. He turned around and saved a person that was probably of a lower rank than him, and he was very touched by it. Obviously, Give was very touched by something like that, and so he saved the prince in the situation because he was moved by what a prince would do for a low commoner. Like that. Oh yeah, we also get some characterization of the white mask dude. Like, we see a little bit of his backstory, how the previous prince was that supposedly died. We come to find out how he got that scar on his face. Supposedly, the king of Arslan, or the father of Arslan, he came in, burnt down the palace, or, the castle, and tried to burn the son alive as well. And you can kind of understand the rage now of him if you think about it. I mean, if you're living a happy, joyous life, like what we saw the white mask dude in the episode when we saw his backstory, he seemed like Arslan. He straight up seemed like a very kind and compassionate person that was similar to Arslan, the way he acted. He really did. He seemed like a caring person. He cared for his father greatly. And when you see when the palace is burning down and he's almost being burnt alive, you can understand the rage he has now, why he wants to kill the king and take it over. Now it's understandable after seeing something like that, because I mean, if your father was burnt down, your palace burnt down, you almost were killed in the process, and everything was taken away from you, you might be upset. You might be a little salty and upset. So let's just be real here, okay? So yeah, that's the episode of Arslan. It was a great episode. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Y'all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.